staffing, you mentioned. Now, so as a comment, we've structured ourselves denominationally, and denominations support their sprawling networks of churches, and then the funding, the 3% levy or whatever the denomination has goes to those hierarchies. You end up with staff in these groups that support sprawling networks, but not the church within a city as one body. So you've got to create a funding structure. And I know Australia is different to New Zealand on this. So the Australians will know how it works there. New Zealand is yet to work this out. What would you say are the benefits of staffing in unity structures in cities and towns? What are the pitfalls? Because this is something that's hardly even been tried here in New Zealand. Outside of one city has had an administrator for years, and Auckland has gone into a new space just in the last 18 months, 2 years. So what are the benefits? What are the pitfalls? Why? Just a little bit more on that for us, because that's something we really haven't done here. And we're scared of structure, because you're not supposed to organize the church. The irony being that we're very organized in our individual congregations, but the United Church somehow isn't allowed to be organized, and you're not allowed strategy, because you're trying to fix things with human effort rather than just the Spirit of God. So there's any comments on that, the reasons for staffing, the pitfalls as well, though?
Yeah, you've raised a lot of good points there. Look, soon as city unity groups start to meet needs, there has to be some structure. I mean, how would our body operate without the structure of our skeleton? I mean, we get super spiritual, and it's nonsensical, of course, not to have structure, but allow the structure to rise up to meet the needs, to serve the needs, not to drive somebody's position. But so structure is absolutely needed. But a citywide unity group that meets needs immediately attracts favorable attention from activists and business people, Christian business people primarily, but also non-Christian business people, because business people are used to results. We might call them KPIs. A lot of business people, even Christian business people in our church, can't get over that the average pastor isn't result orientated in the way they have to be. I mean, if they're not, they're going to go broke. And their tithes support our churches and our wages. So, and yet we don't see how biblical it is to see fruitfulness, if you want to use a biblical term, or results. So we've discovered that soon as the citywide unity groups start to become conscious of the needs of the city, business people are really excited about it. And even non-Christian business people, and Rick will know that, he gets a lot of finance because he does an amazing work among homeless and marginalized people. And there's a similar ministry in our city. I mean, some of the biggest givers to the church ministries here are non-Christian business people. And first of all, every business person wants to look like a good corporate citizen. So there's a little bit of you can use that little bit of leverage there. But I mean, tens of thousands, in some cases over the years, hundreds of thousands have poured in to ministries that got results. That is, getting people off the street, getting homeless people into accommodation, getting prostitutes, and of course, church planting and seeing souls come to the Lord. There's a group of Christian businessmen that love those sort of results as well. So what we're seeing, and I think I alluded to this the other day, with philanthropists, because I didn't think Australia had the money. They're all in America. But we're discovering them. And many of these are millionaires, some big effective gospel outreach and work, unless there's a proper, hello, I've lost, where are we still there? Yeah. They won't give it unless they see proper, they want to give finance, but they've got to see that there's a good structure, good staffing, and they're going to get good results. Now, you might think that's too far and a bit secular, but these guys are wired and gifted like that. And so there's more and more of them happening now across the country, and some of them are giving millions away. Unfortunately, not to me, but I have no complaint. God looks after us.